And we should be live. Just apologise, guys. I'm running a couple of minutes behind schedule. Before we get this live stream kicked off and running, if you do me a massive favour, hit the like button, then we will proceed in getting into things. But yeah, just literally just still setting up. I've just came back from a very long journey, and yeah, my office is a mess. So yeah, just still trying to set things up. If you do me a massive favor, guys, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, be greatly appreciated. I'll just wait until we have a few more of you guys in here. Then we'll get cracking. Shouldn't be too long. Okay. Sorry, guys, if you are in here and you are wondering what the hell I'm doing, like I am live. Yeah, I do apologize. I've literally just came back. My office is a mess, and I'm just trying to set things up. I didn't want to be late, and I think I did manage to get on here for 6:30. But yeah, I do apologize. Just be literally a minute now, and then we will get cracking. But yeah, if you are in here and you have not already done so, I would appreciate it massively if you could just give the live stream a thumbs up, hit the like button. Greatly appreciated, and it helps the YouTube algorithm, helps to push out the live stream to a broader audience. And yeah, I'm excited for today's live stream. It's been a good month or so, and yeah, it's always good to have a good catch up. So, okay, so who have we got in here then? So it looks like we have Corsa Andy. Welcome back. How was your trip? Andy, I'm going to be talking about my trip. Don't worry about that. Christopher Lewis says, evening. Evening to you, Christopher. How are you doing? Guys, who do we have in here right now? Just say a little hello, hi, hey, how you doing? Just so we know who we have in here right now. It says we have 9 or 10 people in here right now. But yeah, like I said, if you have not already done so, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. And yeah, let's just, I guess we'll just get into the live stream, really. We have Aero. He says, hello, Big G. Hello, Aero. How you doing? Eric says, hi. Hello to you, Eric. And Scott also says, hi. Hello, Scott. How you doing? Hope you're well. But yeah, what is today's live stream going to be about? So, aside from the regular monthly live stream, where I like to just basically have a good catch up with you guys, hopefully answer any questions that you have, give any updates that are forthcoming with the channel. I basically just want to talk about what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, because whether or not you have been following me on Instagram, if you're not already following me, by the way, you need to get over there, because I've definitely been a lot more active for the past couple of weeks. I used to just literally share my videos on there, but I've been a lot more active on Instagram lately. So yeah, if you're not already following me, go ahead and follow on there. It's just at George Osters, literally the same as my YouTube username. So I'll put it on the screen right here. It's literally at George Osters. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram. Be greatly appreciated, and I may follow a few of you guys back as well. But yeah, so what have I been doing? I have been away for the past couple of weeks. I have been doing quite a bit of traveling in the UK. You may be pleased to hear I've not been going abroad and not been breaching any restrictions or anything like that. But yeah, I've been up in Scotland for the most part. And if you've never been to Scotland and you live in the UK, you definitely need to go to Scotland. It was literally my first ever time going to Scotland. I mean, I've been to the other side of the world. I've been to Australia, I've been to New Zealand, but I've never ever been to Scotland before. So I decided now was a good opportunity to get up to Scotland and see what it's all about. And yeah, I must say the scenery in Scotland is honestly breathtaking. As I was driving, down some of the roads, it just did not seem real. It seemed that some of the views were literally like a painting. It just did not seem real. It was almost like a photograph that he was kind of there in real life. It was, yeah, the views were beautiful, honestly. And the driving, the roads that are there and the experience that you get from driving on those roads are second to none. I'd honestly highly encourage anyone who is into their driving to head to Scotland because there's some of the best roads in the world. Not that I've driven on, a wide variety of roads across the world, but I can bet that they are definitely going to be up there. Yeah, some beautiful roads up there, brilliant driving, and not too busy as well, which is what you want when you want to go for a nice spirited drive. So yeah, had some good fun with that. But yeah, we stopped at a couple of places. We stopped in Edinburgh, which is obviously the capital of Scotland, and we was there for 3 nights, and then we moved on to the Highlands. Then kind of near Fort William, which is right at the base of the tallest mountain in the UK, which is Ben Nevis. And yeah, just sort of explored around there. Done quite a lot of driving. I think I've in the past week and a half, I've driven around 2,000 miles. And yeah, the BMW E60 certainly did not skip a beat. So yeah, brilliant car. Couldn't be more pleased with how it has performed. So fuel efficient. Honestly, driving around the Highlands, getting like 55 mpg plus, like you just can't beat it, can you? Like I'm pretty sure for me to do about 2,000 miles, it was only about £300, maybe a bit less. So yeah, I really can't complain with that. But yeah, let's get on to a few guys' comments. I don't like to get too far behind. Tony Diabaricio. I probably completely just got your name wrong, Tony. So I apologise about that. But hello to you. Hope you're well. De Bruyne says hi, George. Greetings from Belgium. Hello to you. Giri, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Good evening, George. He says good evening to you too, Giri. Aero says thanks for the RG followed. Good stuff. Thanks to yeah, thanks for following, Aero. Good to have you along on there. And yeah, the Highlands, honestly, Highlands of Scotland are just something else, really. It just doesn't seem real when you're driving through. And I don't want to say too much, but I have a very, very big video planned uh, in the next couple of months. So do stay tuned on the channel. Like this video that I have planned. I'm not going to say it's going to like blow my channel up or anything. I don't think it will do too much, but I think you guys will enjoy the video. I mean, I'm spending a hell of a lot of money on this video, and I'm not going to be getting that money back. I know I'm not, but it's a video that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time, and yeah, I think it's going to be fun doing it. And yeah, I don't want to give too many details away, so you guys will just have to stay tuned, I guess. But yeah, I'll be doing that video sometime over the next couple of months. So if you guys want to have any guesses as to what that is, then feel free. But yeah, exciting times ahead, you could say. But how are all of you guys anyway? How are you feeling? How's life treating you? How is the weather where you are? That's one thing I will say. In Scotland, for the first sort of 7 or 8 days, I had absolutely amazing weather. So hot. I did get a bit of a tan. I did burn quite a bit, and then it did rain like for a couple of days, but really can't complain with that. Hope you're well, pal. Says Ken. Yes, I'm good, Ken. Hope you are well too. Era says, my M47 economy annoys me currently. Suddenly started to use extra 1 litre per 100 kilometers, EGR and DPF deleted and remapped off. I know it's not much, but you know these things annoy car enthusiasts. Yeah, Era, when you say you use an extra litre per 100 kilometers, is that on short journeys? Is that on long journeys, or what? Is that, highway miles? What sort of driving is that you've noticed the increase on? Ken says, all good. The BMW is uh, mint laylee for me. All while here in Ireland. Oh, good stuff. Good to hear. I do apologise, Val, if you can hear the dogs kind of going crazy at the moment. But yeah, I think we'll probably stream for an hour or so. Don't like to do it too much longer than that. I mean, obviously, we have a huge influx of people, towards the later end of that. Then we will extend it for a little bit, maybe up to an hour and a half. But I kind of like to use the first half of the live stream to kind of have a good catch up with you guys, see what you've been up to, and talk about what I've been up to, and then the second half I kind of like to have it as a Q&A. So if any of you guys have any car questions, BMW specific, of course, then I'll be happy to go into that. But Chewy says, I'm getting ready myself for tonight. Gonna thrash myself to the limit for a special occasion. Gonna need a doctor and a nurse in the morning. Fair play to you, Jury. You have to do it, on an occasion, don't you? Like me personally, I really don't drink that often at all. And like you say, when I do, I really do drink. Like I just drink a lot, and I drink to get drunk, and I drink for the occasion, and I drink because it's fun. I'm not really like a casual drinker. I won't sit and drink one or two beverages, but yeah, on a special occasion, I will drink a lot. So just enjoy it, man. I hope you have a good night. Koki or Cocky says, hi, George. Hello to you. I feel like that the difference is most pronounced on shortest drive, less than 50 kilometers, but even after 50 kilometers, there's at least 0.5 liters extra. All the basic vitals from OBD live data seem to be okay. Yeah, it really is hard to diagnose what it could be. I mean, it could be like a tiny boost leak, something like that. I mean, what we'll say is definitely go over the common problem, like the M47 common problems video that I made a couple of years ago, and then just see if you have any of them that are current for you, and if there is, then correct them, and then see if you notice any difference. Or it could be a difference, sort of in the fuel. I know in here in the UK, I don't know if it's the same in other parts of Europe. I believe it is, but it's specifically only in petrols, I believe. But we now have to have, I think it's E10 fuel here in England. I think in Scotland they can have E5 fuel, which is, I think, like 5% ethanol, and E10's like 10% ethanol. I don't know if they've made any changes to the diesel fuel or not, but yeah, with the petrol, it's actually made the fuel a little bit less fuel efficient. Now, like I said, I don't know if they've done anything to the diesel, but if they have, then that could be a factor as well. Cookie, how you doing, mate? How are you? I heard you came down with the thing that I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to get demonetized. But yeah, how are you? How are you recovering? And he says, "Can confirm George drinks a lot in one go." Yes, that is exactly right. How tall are you, George? You make the E60 look like a mini. I'm approximately 6 feet 3.5. So if in centimeters, I believe it's around 193, which is like average height, right? Been looking back at your DPF and EGR delete and been weighing up doing it myself. Just worry about the MOT. Good vids, keep them up. Austin, I mean, I really can't sort of advise you what you should and should not do. It's obviously up to you. But what I will say is I have had my EGR and DPF off for 2 years and I've never had a problem come MOT time. So, yeah, obviously it's up to you, but yeah, I would definitely recommend them if you want to, look after your engine and your car and your bank balance because they both will, fail at some point in the future. So removing them just, cancels that out. Can you make some N45, 116i, 320si, 316i content? The info is scarce on the web. To be honest, like I'm really not a fan of that engine. I'm not a fan of the N42, N43, N45, N46. They're not that great engines, if I'm being honest. But that's not to say that I won't have access to one at some point in the future. But just bear with me a sec. I will be back. I just got to go and answer the door. I'll literally be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere, guys. And we're back in the room. I completely forgot what I was actually saying then. No, that's it. I was saying about the N45 engine. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm going to be doing it anytime soon, but it's not to say that I'll never do it. I'm sure I will come across one. If I find like a cheap 116i for sale, I may repair it and make a series out of it. I don't know, but yeah, no difference to diesel. It's still B7 diesel. Yeah, I thought it was. To be fair, I've noticed that on the pumps. It's still B7. Rona battery me lad, not well. Cookie, you got to stay strong. I'm sure you'll come through the other side. Just don't come anywhere near me, please. Yeah, nah, I'm sure you'll be fine, mate. Just keep going. Just keep. I would say keep busy. I mean, I'm sure doctors and that have said basically don't do anything. Just lie in bed, don't move. Just sleep all the time. But I would say actually try and be as active and as busy as you can. Not only for your physical health, for keeping active and things, but for your mental health as well. Because yeah, I definitely couldn't like sort of just lie in bed all day. But sometimes you have to rest as well. So there is that. Cookie, I don't drink too, but when birthday kicks in, I'm an animal with vodka and absinthe. Gee, you sound exactly like me, to be honest. I think we'd be very similar drinkers. I'm 5'5", lol. I guess I can fit snugly in my E87. Yeah, that's right. See, when I'm in the E87, I basically have to sit on the back seat. So, yeah, I don't carry any passengers. Let's just say that. Hi George, what are the best brakes for E60 25i 2007? Because the original brakes are bad. When you say original brakes, do you mean the size of them, or do you mean like the genuine BMW ones are bad? Because genuine BMW ones are, generally pretty good. So I don't really know what you're asking there. EBC yellow stuff has some good stuff and bite. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like manufacturers, I mean, I'm not, paid to say this or anything like that, but I've noticed, especially for pads, Techstart pads, I've had very good success with them. So yeah, if you're looking for some pads, Techstar, I definitely want to try. Ollie Evans, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Guess who's here? Me. Um, yeah, got to keep looking. I know it's quite impossible to remotely diagnose anything. If you had the energy test time, some more extensive tutorials about ISTA-D would be bomb. Yeah, I'll definitely look at doing some more ISTA-D tutorials in the future, for sure. Eden says, hello, George, I need M47 injector connectors. Best to go on eBay, I would say, if you're looking for some used ones. If not, and you want to buy, new, then you're probably looking at from the dealership. Best thing to do is go on to realoem.com. I'll put it on the screen because I actually get a lot of questions about this. Where do I find my part numbers and so forth? If you want to find any BMW Mini or Rolls Royce part numbers, obviously they're all the BMW group, go to realoem.com and yeah, you just put in your details for your car. You'll be able to find any part number you need. And then what you can do is either cross-reference that against a aftermarket part, or you can grab that part number and then call your BMW dealer. So yeah, highly recommend checking out Real OEM if you need some part numbers. They are very fast shaking on the steering. Oh, your discs. If they are shaking if your steering wheel is shaking when you press the brake pedal, then 99% chance your discs are actually warped. And people tend to put warped discs down to the manufacturer, but I've actually found that more times than not, it's actually down to the improper bedding in period, and if the constant heating and cooling that can actually warp them. So you actually need to bed them in properly. And yeah, whenever I install some brakes, I tend to do the pretty much the same procedure every time. As soon as I install them, go for a drive, then I'll do like 60 miles per hour down to 40 miles per hour, and continuing driving. And I'll do a few of them, then I'll do like 50 to 30, a few of them, then I'll do like 40 to 20, a few of them, then I'll do like 30 to 10, and I'll just drive normally then, and they're generally pretty well bedded in after that. But yeah, I've found that improper bedding in procedure is why discs tend to warp. Have you checked the bushings and no? Sorry, talk to me. Why isn't Matt SB watching? I don't know. It's just a letdown, isn't he? I don't know why he's not watching. Dan says, hi George, I have an N47 320D with 184 bhp, which is the M47 D20C engine. And he says, I have changed the DPF and almost everything. Can I try a stage one with DPF on? Yes, you can. You don't need to remove the DPF. I mean, if your DPF is good and you are driving to the parameters in which a DPF can regenerate, then there's technically no reason to remove a DPF. So generally for a DPF to regenerate, you need, it is typically the same across all manufacturers and makes. So you generally need like at least half a tank of fuel. You need to get your exhaust temps up to like 500 to 600 degrees Celsius. And you need to you need your you generally need your glow plug system to be functioning, and yeah, that's about it. To be honest, I believe that's about it. But generally, if you're doing many motorway miles, regular motorway miles, then your DPF should regen. So yeah, if you want to do a stage one tune with the DPF still in place, feel free to do so. But if you're only doing like short trips and you have the DPF in place, and I would consider removing it. Um, where are we? Oh, all the time discs curved. Yeah, I see you mean warped. Yeah, yeah. That like I said, it's you need new discs, but I wouldn't say that it's necessarily down to manufacturer, because I've had cheaper brands in the past and I've had more expensive brands in the past. I haven't managed to warp any discs. So, um, Eden says, George, I love your voice, mid-range bass. Good stuff. I have a very sort of monotone voice, so I wouldn't say it's anything too special, but I appreciate the kind words. Uh, Thanks, George. Yeah, no worries, Eric. Um, 50 miles per hour above for 20 miles, and 50 miles per hour above for 20 miles and above with exhaust temps to regen. Coolant needs to be warmed by YAG. Yeah. Oh, I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah, your coolant temperature needs to be over 75 degrees in most cases. So if you're not getting your coolant, close to the 90s or even 100, if you have the N57, then chances are you have a bad thermostat. So yeah, that I forgot to mention that. Yeah, coolant needs to be above 75 Celsius. But yeah, we've been going for 27 minutes now. So yeah, I'm happy. If you guys want to move into a Q&A, then if you have any questions about your car, then please do fire away, and I'll try to help you as best as possible. And also, I will just let you guys know, if you do want to support the channel in any way, then you can do so. There is a small little $sign below the live chat. If you click that, you can choose how much you want to donate directly to the channel. It can be like £1, $1, €1, £5, £10, £20, however much you want to donate. Everything does go to support the channel, and all donations are greatly appreciated. And with that being said, I want to give a massive thanks to all of my current channel members, and also the Patreon members as well. You do not go forgotten. I have a few guys on there who have been members for many, many months now, and yeah, it's greatly appreciated. So yeah, don't think that your donations and your monthly payments are forgotten about. They are absolutely not. It is greatly appreciated. So yeah, massive thanks to you guys. You really are the reason that I can do these projects, be able to have three projects on the go with three different cars, and also plan some bigger and better videos, which, like I mentioned earlier, I do have some plans in the next couple of months to do some pretty big things, so do stay tuned. But yeah, we actually already have a super chat, and it is from Aero. So he says, unfortunately, got to run now. I know this is not much, but it's something. Was nice to see you again, Big G. Keep it up. Aero, you are an absolute legend. Thanks. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. And guys, that's exactly what I mean. People like Aero, they are contributing to the channel. Hopefully, Aero, you're getting back something in return through entertainment or through education. And yeah, hopefully I can help as many of you guys as possible. But it is kind of a two-way thing. Um, I would definitely say in the past month or so, like, my comments, emails, and messages have pretty much doubled. I would say. I know my subscribers have kind of steadily grew, but I'd say, yeah, my interactions, messages, and all the rest of it, they have definitely doubled. And yeah, I apologize that I can't sit and answer to all these car questions every day. But if you really do need my help, then I'll be happy to help you. But I would appreciate something back in return. Just some support to the channel. People say, "Oh, how much do I need to donate?" It doesn't need to be much. It can literally just be a couple of pounds. It just shows me that you actually, care about the channel and that you actually want to support it and give back in some way as well. So yeah, it's just a little bit about that. Anyway, I have to say it because like I said, I get some people try to come on here and they just want to answer, they just want to ask a question, get me to basically help them for free, and then they'll just leave the live stream and never to be seen again. But yeah, the real OGs out there, the real people that want to support the channel, you know who you are. But yeah, Aero, massive thanks to you, mate. Jiri says, what's your opinion about STP boost octane? 4 to 5 times in a year just for track days. Actually, it would be mixed with 100 octane petrol. To be honest, Jiri, like I don't really have an opinion on it. I've never used octane boosters myself. Would you really see any difference? I don't know. I don't imagine you would see much, if any, difference like in the real world. Yeah, technically, if your octane is higher, then it burns more efficiently. But are you really going to see any difference? I don't know. I would definitely say not on, not for regular driving on the road. But we have Jiri, you're a legend, man. You don't have to donate, Jiri. You already definitely do enough. You are a channel member, so. But yeah, greatly appreciated anyway, mate. As always, like I said, everything goes to support the channel, and yeah, you're definitely a legend. So big thanks. But he said happy to support. Last channel was cool as I got sorted out suspension. Good stuff, yeah, Jiri. I'm not looking forward to doing the suspension on the 130i, to be honest, because yeah, I priced it up, and just to do the springs and shocks and the suspension arms, I think I'm looking at about £1,000. And yeah, so that's definitely going to be an expensive month as well. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, with the donations from you guys, that will go some way to support that. And obviously, I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm doing it to, create content for the channel and get ready for the Nürburgring as well. So yeah, there should be some good fun. But yeah, I'm definitely not looking forward to it. It's going to be a hell of a job. We're talking subframes are probably going to be coming off and all the rest of it. So it's going to be a big one. But I'm sure I had some questions further up that I didn't get to. Austin says, talking of a DPF, what would cause them to clog up faster than usual? What would cause them to clog up? I mean, when you say faster than usual, what is usual to the average person? Someone might do a lot of motorway journeys, and someone might do a lot of town driving usually. But what causes the DPF to clog up is not getting your engine up to temperature. So obviously, when your engine is cold, you're not combusting as efficiently, so you are going to have more soot. So that is going to cause your DPF to clog up. Not regenerating the DPF is going to cause it to clog up. So like I said, not meeting some of the parameters that I mentioned earlier, like having your coolant up to temperature, having your exhaust up to temperature, having your glow plugs not working, and not having half a tank of fuel and all the rest of it. So yeah, it really is one of them with the DPF. I really do appreciate why people want to have them in place. They do work. When they work, they do definitely work, but they really are a pain. When a car gets to a certain age, you really are just going to be chasing them. You're going to have a lot of issues with them, and it's going to cost you a lot of money in the long run. So I can definitely see why people want to remove them as well. Ricardo says, hi George, I have an E90 330i N52 165 k miles with original ignition coils. No problem yet, but should I change them just to be safe? Ricardo, uh, do you need to replace the ignition coils if they're working perfectly? No, you don't. But I like to replace parts before they fail. Do you want to keep that car for a long time? Do you want to get 250,000 miles out of it? If you do, then it's just worth replacing them anyway. I mean, there is a chance that they could be working less efficiently, and you may see a benefit from changing them anyway. But chances are they're not going to last 300,000 miles, are they? So you may as well replace them, like I said, before they fail, rather than being 100 miles away from home and then having a misfire code. And that's the same with spark plugs as well. Don't just wait for them to fail. Just replace them periodically every 30,000 miles or so, and then you're pretty much going to be good then. Um, yeah, you shouldn't really skimp. I mean, the N52 is a very, very reliable engine, but you can also run into problems if don't replace parts when they ideally need replacing. Hera, I think you've already left, but you actually asked. I have gotten back more than I could afford to donate. Your N47 Time and Chain DIY trilogy was unimaginably worthy. Thanks for that tongue twister. But no, yeah, greatly appreciated, Aero, and I'm just glad to help. I knew when I was making that little series that it was going to help a hell of a lot of people, because there's literally no one else on YouTube that done it in the depth that I went into. There's a couple of people that sort of showed what they had done, but no one that really went into detail and said you've got to remove this bolt, then this bolt, then talk to that, and all the rest of it. So yeah, I'm just glad that you appreciate it. I will give STP a booster shot and see the result. Yeah, honestly, do it, and let me know as well. Give me a message on Instagram and let me know how you get on. Are Napa shocks good? They're replacement OE spec shocks. I might get some, as my front ones are leaking at the moment. Napa, I don't think I've ever heard of Napa. Usually you are looking at Bilstein or Sachs when it comes to BMW, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I can't really give an opinion on Napa. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other people that will be able to give an opinion, but yeah, I can't give any on that, so I do apologise. I spent a lot, but the suspension and shocks are now mint. Totally different car. I was worrying about the mix, Bilstein in the front and Coney in the rear, but at the end, it's fine, no issues. Oh, good stuff. That's good to hear. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it done on the 130i and seeing if I notice a difference in that, because it's definitely on the 1 and the 3 series. The suspension seems to suffer. I mean, in the 5 series, shocks and the springs, I'm pretty sure they're the originals, and they're absolutely mint. Like no leaking, no flaking on the springs or anything like that, and it still rides absolutely perfect. But yeah, I think they definitely sort of cheaped out when it came to the 1 and 3 series. Well, not cheaped out, but the use of materials and the setup was definitely compromised. Danny Nash, how you doing? It says evening. And yeah, great to see you. Thanks for the answer. Plan on keeping the cars. They'll probably change ignition coils and spark plugs soon. Then, yeah, it definitely makes sense to do them at the same time, especially because yeah, you kind of have to remove the ignition coils to replace the spark plug. So yeah, it makes sense to do them at the same time. And you'll probably actually, if they haven't been done in a while, you'll probably actually see a positive change from them. What we'll see is, though, make sure you buy the correct ones. I bought the correct spark plugs the first time for my N52. But the ignition cores were the wrong one. The little tab on the connector was in the wrong place, so I've had to keep them for my 760 Li. Are you affected by ULEZ or the CAS zones? I think I might sell my car at 170k because I don't meet the requirements, even though I only pay £30 annually for road tax. No, I'm not affected by them, to be honest. I don't live in or close to any of the major cities. I believe it is obviously London. I believe it is Birmingham, Bristol, Manchester. I don't know, but I believe it's at the moment. I believe it's only the major cities. So yeah, and if I can help it, I really don't like driving in a city anyway. Not because I'm, you know, scared of whatever traffic. I don't mind driving in traffic, but I just hate sitting in traffic. I just hate wasting time driving. So if I can, I try to take a scenic route. But yeah, guys, if you have not already done so, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. Really is greatly appreciated. Let's see how many we are on at the moment. We're on 32, so let's see if we can get that to 50. Let's see if we can get. I mean, like I said, I'll probably be going on for about an hour or so. We have 20 of you guys in here right now. So if you have not already done so, hit the like button. It really is greatly appreciated. And to be honest, like, I understand if you have no idea how YouTube works, and you're probably like, why do you keep asking us to hit the like button? Like, what does it do? And I mean, I don't fully know myself. I don't fully understand how YouTube works in terms of the algorithm, but I know that when you hit the like button, the live stream, the video, whatever it may be, gets recommended to more people. So I can only keep encouraging you guys to hit that like button. And that goes, like I said, on my videos and on the live streams as well. But yeah, you guys have any questions, any car questions, or maybe you've just been wondering what I've been up to. Maybe you actually missed the first half of the live stream and you have no idea what the title even means. Like, where have I been? Uh, Colin Maloney says, or Colin Malone says, how are you finding Brexit? As in, ordering parts, have they increased in price? Um, and the actual price of parts, I wouldn't say have increased. I mean, I haven't really noticed them increase. The only frustrating thing is that for the majority of countries, there's now an import charge or import tax charge, and it's generally when your order is over £150, then you have to pay an import charge or import tax, and that's annoying. Um, so yeah, if you have an order below £150, then you're fine. I believe that's including shipping as well. But yeah, if you have an order over £150, then definitely try and split it down. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like an increase in prices, that's pretty much the only thing the only thing I've really noticed. Uh, what were your GCSEs like? Did you get a mechanics degree or something? You're a really talented guy, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like what I did at school, I kind of knew from a very young age that school really wasn't for me. I had no plans or aspirations to go on to further education. I had no plans to do A levels or go to university or anything like that. Not because like I don't necessarily agree with it, but more just that wasn't who I am. I'm not really an academic person. I was, I guess, I was quite bright in school. I was, predicted I think B's across the board for everything. But yeah, I really didn't try when it came to my GCSEs, just for the fact that I knew that I wasn't really ever going to need them. and I've always kind of leaned more towards being an entrepreneur. I don't want to seem like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, like I do this and that, but it's definitely the term entrepreneur. It's definitely uh, sort of turned into something bigger than it really is in the past few years on social media and all the rest of it. But I am a born and bred entrepreneur. Like I've always been out earning my own money, and I always knew that I would have my own business of sorts. I always knew that I'd be working for myself. Now, did I know I was going to be doing YouTube like many years ago? No, I didn't. I did actually start YouTube about 11 or 12 years ago. Did I know I was going to be doing it full time? I never ever expected to be doing it full time. But yeah, in terms of like qualifications and that, like yeah, you know, I didn't really push myself in school because I just knew that I was never going to go down that route. Graham says, "Hi George, hope you're keeping well. You too, Graham. Hope you are well." Uh, yeah, not long tuned in, not long picked my phone up and didn't realize you was going live. So yeah, missed the beginning. What have you been up to? Yeah, sorry, Danny. I kind of only just made the announcement this afternoon. I stopped on the way back from Scotland, and I literally didn't have any time to even prepare for it or anything. I literally had to come back, unpack the car, and jumped in the office, and here we are. But yeah, if you have no idea what I've been up to, I did put it on Instagram. Any of you guys who have Instagram, you are not following me, then I'll just put it on the screen right now. There we are, George Osters, exactly the same as YouTube. If you're not following me, go ahead and check me out on Instagram. If you're wondering where the new profile picture is taken, that was taken in Scotland. Let me know what you think about it, by the way. But yeah, where was we? Yeah, so I've been in Scotland for the past week and a half, and yeah, just been enjoying some time away and enjoying driving on the Scottish roads in the Highlands. Definitely been a good experience. Greg says, "Evening, George. Been watching your videos a while. Hope you're well. You too, Greg, and I appreciate you watching my videos for a while. How is it? How is it, Chalmer? Any new projects coming down the pipeline?" Walter, I in terms of like car projects, I don't have any new projects planned. I kind of want to get the three cars that I have at the moment finished. At least want to get two of them finished before I go ahead and buy something else. I'm thinking that the 520D, once that is finished, I'll more than likely sell that. Now, I don't think it's any secret. I'm sure I've sort of alluded to it before, but I think once the 520D is finished, which I have quite a bit more work to do to it, I think once that's perfect, once that's finished, then that will be going up for sale, and I may be getting something to replace that. Now, I think the I'm going to try and push forward the 760 Li and get that done because I know it is a long-term project, but it's probably pretty frustrating, especially from a viewer seeing it take so long, and you're probably thinking like, why aren't you getting on with these jobs? But yeah, it costs a lot of money. Like that car is not. I believe on the 760 Li, I'm sure I'm around £4,000 into it right now, and like I haven't seen that much money back from it. So yeah, I know I've made videos from it, and obviously I earn a small amount from the videos, but I definitely have not seen the money back from that project yet. But yeah, I'm sure someone actually asked a similar question further up. Yes, it's Mr. Sweet E90. Sorry, I missed your question. But you asked, have you ever considered buying salvage off Copart and doing it back up for your channel? Mr. Sweet E90, yes, I have absolutely considered doing that. Do I think it's viable buying a car from Copart nowadays? Probably not, to be honest, because I think it's kind of been rinsed, and the prices of buying from Copart, especially when you add in the fees and all the rest of it, it ends up not even being worth it. You're better off just buying a fully working car and then just like fixing it. Is it really doesn't pay to buy a smashed up car from Copart anyway. I mean, obviously you can buy one off Facebook Marketplace and all the rest of it, but yeah, Copart definitely seems to be a lot pricier. But yeah, have considered it, and I would not say no to a project like that. Excuse me. Uh, uh, no, not true anymore. Import charges now cost on everything, no matter what the price of the product. Colin, no, it's only actually. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I've found that it's only once it's over £150. Um, but yeah, can anyone else confirm that? I found it's only like from EU countries, it's only when it's over £150 that you get paid an import charge. Greg says, "Yeah, I work at a Vauxhall main dealer as a tech, getting fed up with it." Greg, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a technician at a Vauxhall dealer? I mean, I'm guessing you've got quite a bit of experience. If you've been working there for a while, then have you not considered setting up something on your own? Danny says loves the picture. Good stuff. Yeah, I think it was. I think my profile picture. To be honest, I need to kind of give my whole channel a bit of a revamp. But I'm not really the best when it comes to editing and visuals and all the rest of it. Um, yeah, but I definitely do need to give things a bit of a revamp. Like my banner and all the rest of it is very very simple. I need someone to make me a really good design. Dennis said, did some deliveries up in Scotland. Beautiful from Edinburgh through Paisley to Carlisle. Would recommend for anyone wanting a drive. Oh, yes, yeah, so I guess that's kind of east to west, isn't it? Yeah. I've, yeah, I didn't actually do that drive, but I'm sure it is. Yeah, the Scottish roads are just definitely something else. How much does fuel cost in Coventry per litre? I mean, obviously depends where you go. If you go to a supermarket garage, you're probably looking at about around 130, £1 30 ish. And then if you go to like a Shell or an Esso, you're probably looking at about 135, 136 per litre, something like that. So is that good? I'm guessing it's a bit cheaper than like London, for example, but is that good? My dad's 730 allies getting an oil change within the next month. Good luck with that. Copart prices have gone out of control at the moment. Yeah, I mean the used car market is, on a whole has definitely increased a lot in the past year. But Copart, even before that, they sort of you know inflated quite a bit, and I don't know if it was down to the fact that a lot of YouTubers were buying them or what, but yeah, definitely seems to be a lot more demand for them. Being a retired motor mechanic, when we had to use our brains, you should buy something old with a carburetor and points, etc. No diagnostic, and us old guys can laugh at you young guys. Colin, yeah, I would absolutely love to buy something with a carburetor. I've said it for a long time now. I mean, to get something with a carburetor, you are talking in BMW terms. You are talking pre 1985, I believe. Is it the M10 engine? Is that it was? I believe that was the last carbureted engine, because I know the E30. Apart every model in the E30, I believe, bar the 316, not 316i, just the 316. Because obviously, I means injection. Um, yeah, everything before that. Sorry, every E30 was fuel injected. But yeah, I would definitely love to do something carbureted, because I've never done it before, and I would just love to learn it. I know it's like sort of going out of use now, and it's a very sort of old technology, even though it's very effective still. I would still just love to learn it. it'd be interesting. I guess it'd be interesting to see as well as a viewer. So if I could get something, carbureted for a good price, then I would definitely be up for it. But I have had a look, and like even for the rustiest, like just absolute dog, like getting anything carbureted, you're talking 5, 10 grand, and I just don't have that sort of money like to spend on a project at the moment. So I can't see myself getting anything anytime soon. But like I said, if the right car does come along, it's a good price, I can spend some money on it, then I'll definitely be up for doing it. What's your height and weight? Your new profile picture scared me. I'm 173 centimeters, and it looks like you're double my height. Tall people make me run away or looking for a ladder. Yeah, I am about 193 centimeters, so that is because you're using metric. What's that? It's 20 centimeters taller, isn't it? And in terms of like kg, again, because you're using metric, I guess I'm about 95 kg, maybe 100. I don't know. I found a Mark III Golf VR6 with a single turbo, complete with intercooler and red pipes, but it was in Estonia for €4,500 on Copart. Is that good? Is that a good price? I don't know. London, I pay 129 to 132 per litre. For diesel, it's around 130 to 1. Oh, okay. So that means it's like the same price it is here. I always thought that London was a lot more, like a good 10, 15 pence more per litre. Yes, E30 M20 had, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but yeah, mechanical fuel injection. Yeah, BMW were quite early with their fuel injection. I mean, if you look at, I can't think of any manufacturers off the top of my head, to be honest, but some manufacturers actually still had carbureted engines up until like the 90s. So yeah, I'm sure BMW is only like pre 80 or 85 that they had carbureted engines. Generally speaking, do BMW have expensive spare parts and expensive keep and run? Mohammed, I mean, it really depends on what you define as expensive. I mean, if you want to compare a BMW to a Ferrari, then the BMW is dirt cheap to run. If you want to compare a BMW to a Vauxhall, a Ford, a Fiat, then yes, the parts are definitely more expensive. But I've found from my experience that BMW parts on a whole tend to last a lot longer. Now that is, that is body work, that's body panels, and that is also mechanical parts and all the rest of it as well. So in terms of like actual running costs, are they more expensive to run than like your average, like I said, Ford, Fiat, or Vauxhall? Maybe a little bit, but I really don't think it's a whole lot. Now, the thing that you can get stung on is the labor cost. Now, if an independent garage, hears that you have a BMW, they'll just automatically increase the price. I don't know why, but it just seems to be practice. I don't, maybe they, don't have the proper tools to work on them. Maybe they don't have the diagnostic equipment, whatever it may be. But labor costs, you can end up paying more for a BMW compared to another manufacturer. Would you be open to acquiring a motor car in the mainland? I reckon there's some value to be had there. When you say mainland, do you mean mainland Europe? I'm guessing. Um, but yeah, I would definitely like. I'd be up for that. I would love to travel to Europe and collect a car. But it's to my knowledge that cars are actually generally more expensive in Europe. I know that whenever I seem to post, I bought the cheapest whatever video on my channel, that I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, if that was in Europe, I'd have to pay like 4 times the amount of that." So I don't know. Our Are cars cheaper in mainland Europe or what? Good price if it works. Yes. I don't know if you know, George. Apparently, they are updating the highway codes so that cars will have less priority on the roads than cyclists and pedestrians. This is backwards. What the hell? Yeah, I did hear something about that, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think we're really gonna notice much difference. Let's be honest. I think it's just gonna be, mainly in cities. That you probably have more sort of zebra crossings and cycle paths, things like that, which I think is good. So, but I think for the average driver, I don't think they're really going to notice much difference. I live in Greater London, Harrow, and Wembley. Oh, I tend to go to Wembley quite a bit, to be honest. That's generally worth staying in London. It's cheaper in certain places only. I travel 4 to 5 miles to an SO for being 4 to 5 pence cheaper. Fair enough. Yeah, SO generally pretty good. Have you ever had a car that makes sort of whistle sound from the fuel tank when fueling up? Uh, I really can't say I have. Not that I've noticed, anyway. Going off what I was saying, this will drive up insurance policies. Car insurance will surely skyrocket. For the fact that we have less priority on the roads, I don't really see that happening. From your perspective of time, which car you will prefer most? I mean, we're talking BMW only. Um, I mean, if we are talking BMW only, then I would say the BMW E60. Like it's my dream car. I can't say I can't really put anything else before that. I'd love a BMW E60 M5. Um, but yeah, I mean, are you talking Are you talking about different periods or what? If you're talking what period do I think made the best cars? I would say from 1990 up until 2010. Uh, don't mean to brag, but to do the time and chain on my E90 N47 engine with George's help, of course, £550. So cheap for me anyway. Everyone's different. Yeah, Danny, that's the benefit of being able to do things yourself, I guess. But yeah, just glad that I could bring you some help on that. When's the next Q&A? I feel bad that you answered my question and I couldn't donate. It's my first time here. I appreciate your work. Is there any other way to support the channel? Dan, you can support the channel by simply liking and commenting on my videos when they appear to you. That's greatly appreciated, of course. Next Q&A will probably be at the end of August. I generally like to do one a month. I don't like to do them any more frequent than that because they just get too repetitive and there'll be no real update. But yeah, don't feel bad about not donating. I appreciate everyone has different financial situations, so I'm not asking you to go bankrupt if you can't donate. But that goes. I will say anyone that does donate is greatly appreciated. And if you do want to know how you can support the channel via donation, if you take a look at the live chat, there should be a little $sign that is to go into the super chat. And don't worry, it's like completely secure. If you go through the steps there, you can choose like how much you want to support and donate to the channel. It could just be £1, £2, £10, £358 million, or don't think you can actually donate that much, but yeah, choose how much you want to donate to the channel, and yeah, like I said, it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, just go through the people that have actually supported tonight. I believe there's just 2 of you. Yes, so the first one was Aero. He donated €5, and then Jiri, of course, he donated 350 Czech coronas. But yeah, I guess you also asked other ways that you can support. So I also have channel membership. I have about 6 of you guys on there at the moment, and I also have Patreon as well, which I believe there is 4 of you guys on. So whichever way you want to support, yeah, it's all greatly appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed. Um, but yeah, back to the questions. Colin says, "How do posh people recite the alphabet? A, BMW." Yes, brilliant. Lads, I live in London and cycle lanes are a mess. Dual carriageways with one track for cyclists. Like this Sadiq Khan guy is a joke, making it all more expensive. All more expensive, absolute plonker. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about politics because I don't really have an opinion on politics. But yeah, I don't envy you living in London. I could not imagine that, the amount of traffic and everything every day. Yeah, I meant Europe, mate. I've heard the import tariffs are quite steep, but for instance, in Belgium, you can find a dirt cheap 530i petrol with 60,000 miles for £5,000. I reckon that's a steal. Are you talking like the BMW E60? Because a BMW E60 530i for £5,000 isn't really that much of a steal. You could probably get that in the UK. Um, Also, George, they're extending ULEZ to the A406. Be careful as they dish out fines out there on shopping lists. Jesus, yeah, I should well, next time I go to London, I should probably, have a look at the updated uh, ultra low emission zone because, yeah, I tend not to pay too much attention to it, and I'm sure you'll get stung because obviously I have a diesel, so it's not going to be good. These people see the government are all about going green. I do away with cars, more towards cycling and walking, but I hate it, but it's true. You're part of the BMW club of your region. You see everything from 1980s 730i's to 2020 M Sports, everything. Yeah, I'm in quite a lot of. I mean, if you're talking about on Facebook and things like that, I'm in quite a lot of the owners groups. It's from this October 2nd as well, which is what, like 2 months away, 3 months away. Yeah, not very long. I did sump gasket on my 630i. I just dropped it in place and put sealer on it, so no need to drop suspension, etc. I did sump gasket on my 630i. I just dropped it in place and put sealer on it, so no need to drop the suspension, etc. And a lot of BIMs are the same. Oh, you mean you just lowered the pan itself. You didn't completely remove it from the car. I see. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, not a bad idea that. Do you know about N13 B16 reliability in the F20 1.6 liters? No, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really know a whole lot about those engines. Um, they could be good, but chances are probably not the best. I mean, good way that you can usually tell if an engine's good is, are there a lot of high mileage examples out there? That's generally if you know that an engine is good, or at least it lasts the test of time. But yeah, we've been going for an hour and 8 minutes now. I think I am probably going to wrap this one up. Do you guys have any more questions? Have anything else you want to add? Any more updates to share? If not, then I probably will look at wrapping this up. Like I said, I want to say a massive thanks to everyone who has contributed tonight. If you do want to support the channel, you do want to give something back, then please do consider clicking the super chat button. It's just a little small dollar sign under the live chat. Just click that and literally donate whatever you want. It could be 50p, a pound. Everything is greatly appreciated, and it goes to providing more content for the channel. Yeah, probably give it another 5 or 10 minutes or so, and we will wrap it up. First car I had was a Vauxhall Corsa, of course, being in the UK. A 1 litre, 3-cylinder, 12 valve, 59 brake horsepower. So it's an absolute rocket. To be fair, it actually went quite well for what it was because it's a very light car. But yeah, I had some fun with that car. That's great advice. I have 4-wheel drive, so change all sump gasket is a nightmare. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm just glad that my sump isn't leaking on my M52. So yeah, I'm probably going to wrap this up soon, and I'm going to have some dinner because I don't think I've eaten a thing all day. Instead, I've been driving back from Scotland, which is like a very, very long drive. You know, a few hundred miles. And yeah, I'm pretty tired, and I've got quite a lot of mess to clean up. Like I said, the office is looking a bit sorry for itself. Let's see how many likes we're on. See if we manage to hit 50. Oh no, we're only on 40. Guys, if you have not already done so, hit the like button. Let's get 10 more likes before we wrap this up. Can we see some Porsche content? Would you guys like to see some Porsche content? I could potentially look at buying a Porsche in the future, but only if it's viable to do so. You know, if there's going to be enough, uh, you know, views from that kind of content. Jiri says, have to leave, George. Have a nice time and stay safe. Yeah, Jiri, I'm going to be signing off real soon myself. You have a good evening. Have fun. Don't drink too much. Still have a good time, though. And again, thank you for donating, mate. You know, greatly appreciated. But yeah, take care. How much Newton meters do you need to break loose the belt pulley on the M47? No idea. Oh wait, belt pulley. When you say, I thought you meant the automatic tensioner. I'm guessing you mean the crankshaft pulley, and I believe it's something north of 400 Newton meters. So if you have an impact wrench, a big impact wrench, you know, that's capable of, you know, more than that basically, then that will definitely come in handy. Scotland from Maidstone is a long drive. Anyways, take care, stay safe. Nice to catch up, and I'll catch you on the next one. Already like, cheers, Danny, much appreciated. Porsche 955 though, I'm not really too familiar with my Porsche. I'll see what Porsche 955 is. Oh, it's in a Porsche Cayenne. No, I don't think I'd have one of them. Not a fan. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap this live stream up. Like I said, big thanks to all of you guys for tuning in. Thanks for all your questions. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for those that have donated and supported tonight. It's greatly appreciated. If you do want to, you know, support the channel in another way, you know, you'll maybe watching this after it's already screened. And you can also consider joining the channel membership and also the Patreon as well, which links to both are in the description. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this live stream. It's been nice catching up with you guys. And like I said, some exciting times ahead, some big things planned. Big things planned over the next couple of months. So yeah, some things to definitely look forward to. Just hang on, it's a quick couple of questions. Porsche 955 with the pop-up lights from the 80s or 90s. When I just search Porsche 955, it came with the KN. Okay, yeah, I've searched. Yeah, okay, I found it. Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, like I said. Mr. HCW says, "Welcome back, mate." Yeah, thank you. Hello to you. All right, just take care. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, keep putting out quality content, superstar. Cheers, Koki. Appreciate you stopping along tonight. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. As you can probably tell, I'm getting pretty tired. And yeah, that's it. Wrapping up. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we will see you in that next one. Take care, guys.